My dear friend, the night has come again, softly, without demand, without expectation. It drapes itself over the world like a dark cloak stitched with stars. And here you are, having laid your body down in this simple, quiet moment, no longer in the day's doing, but entering the night's being. Before we go further, let us pause. Let us truly arrive here. You have carried much through this day: tasks, conversations, emotions, countless tiny moments woven together like threads in a tapestry. As the outer world slows and softens, so too can you. Take a gentle breath. You don't need to change anything about it, just notice it. Inhale the cool night air. Exhale a quiet release. Again, this is not a technique, not a task. It is simply life moving through you, as it always does, whether you know it or not. I invite you to imagine this moment as if entering a temple, not of stone or wood, but a temple made of the very night itself, woven of darkness and silence, vast and boundless. This is the temple of the night. You are its honored guest. In the monasteries where I lived, there was a beautiful practice. As evening fell, we would take off the robes of the day, not literal garments, but the mental robes of striving, achieving, proving, and controlling. One by one, we would set them down. For now, the abbot would remind us, you need not wear them. The night asks nothing of you. Perhaps, dear one, you, too, wear many such robes. The robe of being a parent, a worker, a friend, a child. The robe of the one who is strong, the robe of the one who is competent, reliable, endlessly busy, the robe of the one who worries or who plans. Here, in this temple of the night, you are invited to slip them off, one by one. You do not need to be anyone but who you are beneath all the layers. Just you breathing, resting, belonging to this vast mystery of life. There is no need to achieve sleep, no need to make the body rest. Rest is not something we do, it is something we allow. It is the most ancient rhythm, older than thought. Even the earth rests, the trees sleep through the long winter. The tide withdraws, and the flowers close their petals to the moon. You, too, belong to this rhythm. As I speak to you now, imagine that this space around you is becoming sacred, though nothing changes outwardly. The bed beneath you is no longer just a place of convenience, but an altar of surrender. The sheets and blankets that hold you are like the robes of a monk, wrapping you in the simplicity of this moment. And this breath again, let us return to. It is the temple's bell, calling you inward. You have already begun the most sacred journey, the journey toward rest, healing, and return. Perhaps your mind is still busy. That is fine. It, too, is like a bird that takes time to settle. You do not need to quiet the mind. You need only be the space in which the mind moves, vast, open, compassionate. The thoughts may come and go, but you remain. I remember once, a younger monk asked an elder during the evening meditation, "How do I stop the thinking? How do I stop the restlessness of the mind?" The elder simply smiled, gestured toward the dark sky, and said, "Do you try to stop the clouds from moving across the moon?" The young monk laughed softly, the tension easing from his shoulders. In that laughter was the understanding: we do not control the sky, we rest beneath it. And so it is with the mind. Let it move and wander, and you, my friend, can rest beneath it. Now, I would like to invite you into a very gentle intention, not a goal, but a posture of heart, to treat this night as sacred, not as something to get through or to endure, not as empty hours between one day and the next, but as a time of extraordinary alchemy, when body, mind, and soul return to their natural rhythm. The unseen layers of your being are soothed, renewed, and restored. The ancient Zen masters spoke of this rhythm of waking and sleeping, not as opposites, but as partners in the great dance of existence. Day reaches outward, night draws inward. Day acts, night receives. Day speaks, night listens. Now, it is time to listen to yourself, to the great silence, to the peace beneath all things. As you lie here, your body sinking slightly into the bed, your breath slowing without effort, know this: there is nothing more you need to do. There is no version of you that you must become, no insight you must achieve before rest is deserved. You are already worthy. You are already whole. Perhaps today did not go as you wished. Perhaps it held moments of sorrow, of frustration, of longing unmet. This, too, is welcome in the temple of the night. The monks often said, "The heart that breaks open at night is the heart that learns how vast it truly is." So, let your heart be vast tonight. Let there be room for all that is within you, the joy, the sadness, the questions, the gratitude. Let it all be here, wrapped in the dark cloak of the night. We will soon begin to walk the path of the 5 sacred contemplations, the ancient reflections that guide the heart and mind into the deepest rest. But first, simply be here. Feel the body supported. Notice the quiet surrounding you, perhaps a faint sound in the distance, perhaps deep stillness. Notice the miracle of this breath still moving, still giving life. At this moment, you are not preparing to rest. You are already resting. There is a saying from one of my teachers that I hold dearly: peace is not a place we reach. Peace is the place from which we begin. And so, my dear one, let us begin from peace, into peace, carried by the night's tender hands. When you are ready, we will step gently onto this path of ancient wisdom. There is no rush. The journey has already begun, and you are exactly where you need to be. Welcome to the temple of the night, my dear friend. Now that we have entered this night's gentle stillness, let us begin the journey inward, not to force ourselves into sleep, but to become intensely present in the peace that is always here. The first sacred reflection we will walk with tonight is this: I am grateful for this day's journey. But before we speak those words, let us sit beside them for a while, like one might sit beside a river at dusk, listening to its flow. You see, the day you lived was much like a river. From the first light of morning, the current began to move, carrying you through moments large and small, expected and unexpected. Some stretches of this river may have been smooth, calm, others turbulent. There may have been laughter, there may have been tears, there may have been silence, but through it all, you have journeyed. And now, at the day's close, the river flows gently toward the night sea. Pause now and imagine yourself sitting upon its bank. The river of this day continues to flow past you, but you no longer need to wade in its currents. You can simply observe from this place of gentle stillness, gratitude. In this space, is not something we must manufacture. It is not about insisting, I should feel thankful, especially if today has been difficult. No, my friend, gratitude, in the Zen way, is the art of seeing what is and bowing to it, not because it was perfect, but because it was life. Let us take a slow breath here together. Inhale, allowing space in the body. Exhale, letting the shoulders soften and the jaw relax. Now, in your mind's eye, begin to trace the river of your day, not as a list of achievements or failures, but simply as moments. Perhaps you woke with a certain feeling, rested or tired. That moment, too, belongs. Perhaps a morning light or a familiar sound touched your skin, birdsong, the kettle's whistle, the voice of someone you love. These, too, belong. There may have been effort tasks done, conversations held. Perhaps some of them drained you, perhaps some nourished you. You do not need to judge them now. You only need to see that they were part of the river. Even the moments of impatience, agitation, and abandoning are in the river of life. Without the fast-moving waters, how could we appreciate the calm pools? Without the dark stones beneath, how would we notice the light shimmering on the surface? I remember teaching from an old Zen master who said, "Do not ask for a life without storms. Instead, become the one who can watch the storm pass without being swept away." And so here, in the temple of this night, you are invited to become the watcher of your day's river, not to fix it, not to rewrite it, but simply to honor it. Perhaps there were disappointments today, unmet expectations, unsaid words, and unfinished tasks. These, too, are part of the flow. Perhaps there were quiet joys, a smile exchanged, a moment of beauty glimpsed, the comfort of a warm cup of tea. Do not overlook these. The mind often rushes past them in search of grander moments. But in truth, the small stones shape the riverbed. Now, softly, with no urgency, I invite you to speak the first sacred line aloud if you wish, or silently in your heart. I am grateful for this day's journey. Feel how these words do not ask you to pretend the day was something it was not. They do not demand that you feel joy or satisfaction. They simply ask that you recognize that you were here. You lived this day. You walked its path. You met what arose as best you could in each moment. And this, dear one, is enough. Gratitude, in its most profound sense, is a form of surrender. It says, I do not need this moment to be other than it is, to honor it. Take another breath now, slow, gentle. As you exhale, imagine the river flowing on, carrying the day's events with it. You do not need to hold them tightly. You may watch them drift by. Perhaps some moments will rise in memory now and encounter an emotion, a thought. If they do, greet them as you would greet an old friend passing through town, with a nod, a smile, a bow of the heart. No need to grasp, no need to push away. There is a story from my early days in the monastery. One evening, after a particularly long workday, I sat alone in the meditation hall, feeling restless. The abbot came and sat beside me. After some time, he said softly, "Do not forget to bow to this day." I asked, "Even when the day feels heavy?" He smiled, gently, "Especially then." And so, dear one, we bow to this day, not because it was without flaw, but because it was a teacher. Every moment teaches us about patience, letting go, joy, and impermanence. Even now, as you rest here, the day is teaching you. It teaches that no moment can be held onto, that even this breath will pass, and the next will come. That sleep, too, cannot be forced. It arises when we stop striving and surrender to the rhythm of life. So, let us sit a little longer by this river. Imagine its waters glowing softly in the moonlight. Each ripples a moment of your day. The water moves on not because you will it to, but because that is its nature. As you rest in this space of gentle gratitude, you may notice that the body begins to soften further. The muscles release. The breath deepens. The river does its work without you needing to control it. And when you feel ready, you may whisper once more, "I am grateful for this day's journey." Let the words settle like warm tea in the belly. No analysis, no judgment, just the simple truth. You lived this day. You are here now, and that is enough. Soon, we will walk further into the heart of the night. But for now, rest by this river. Let its song soothe you. Let your breath move with its flow. You are not behind. You are not ahead. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment. Breath and gratitude. And when the time comes, the river will carry you gently toward the sea of sleep. But there is no rush. The river knows the way. Rest here. Dear one, I am here with you. We will walk the next step together in time. My dear friend, you have sat beside the river of today, resting in gentle gratitude. You have seen how the moments of the day flow past, no longer needing to be held. Now, as the night deepens around you, we turn to the following sacred reflection. I release what no longer serves. These are simple words, yet they carry profound power. The power of letting go, unburdening the heart and mind, and making space for peace. But what does it truly mean to release? In the monastery, we were taught that release is not an act of force. One does not push things away. One allows them to loosen naturally, as a tree allows its leaves to fall when autumn comes. The tree does not regret the falling leaves. It knows they must return to the earth to nourish what is yet to come. And so, my friend, you are invited to become like the tree on this sacred night. Do not struggle to make yourself let go, but gently allow what no longer serves you to fall away. Leaf by leaf, breath by breath. Let us take a soft breath here. Inhale, feeling the fullness of the moment. Exhale, allowing the body to release just a little more. Now, with great kindness toward yourself, begin to notice, what are you still carrying from this day, this week, in this season of your life? Perhaps there is a lingering tension in the body, the tight jaw, the hunched shoulders, the clenched belly. Perhaps there is a thought that circles and returns, a regret, a worry, an expectation unmet, perhaps a feeling sadness, anger. Disappointment still stirs beneath the surface. You do not need to name it precisely. You do not need to fix it. You do not need to analyze whether it is justified or not. You need only see and acknowledge it with the gentle gaze of compassion. In the Zen tradition, there is a teaching: pain is natural. Suffering is the clinging to pain. To release is not to erase what has been felt. It is to cease grasping it and wrapping your identity around it. Imagine now that you are holding a stone in your hand. Perhaps you have held it so long, you forgot it was there. The stone is not bad. It was picked up along the way. Now, In this quiet moment, you are invited to notice, do I need to keep holding this? Perhaps not. And if not, then without force, without judgment, you may simply let the hand soften and the stone may fall. Take another breath now. As you exhale, imagine the weight of that stone dropping gently to the earth. There is no sound of judgment, no clatter of failure, only the soft sound of release. You may repeat this with anything else that arises. A thought, exhale, release. A tension, exhale, release. A worry, exhale, release. Not because these things were wrong to carry, not because you should have done better, simply because now it is time to rest. There is a story I treasure from my early years of study. Two monks were traveling on a long journey. They came upon a river where a woman stood unable to cross. One of the monks, despite his vows, lifted her and carried her across. Later, the younger monk, agitated, said, "How could you do that? We are forbidden to touch women." The elder monk smiled gently. "I put her down at the river. Are you still carrying her?" So often, we continue carrying things long after they belong to the past. A harsh word was spoken earlier, a mistake we made, a disappointment, a hope that was not fulfilled. Tonight, my dear one, you are invited to put them down, not to forget, not to deny, but to allow them to rest where they belong in the river of time already flowing behind you. Breathe again now slowly, gently. Feel the body beginning to soften. The back sinks into the bed. The jaw loosens. The brow smooths. As the body softens, so too can the heart. Perhaps you might whisper softly this sacred line: I release what no longer serves. Let the words be a caress, not a command. You do not need to feel released in some dramatic way. You need only offer the willingness. Imagine that each breath is like the wind passing through the branches of your tree. The wind does not need to force the leaves to fall. It merely passes by, and what are ready releases. In this way, as you rest here, the breath will do the work. With each exhale, what is ready may fall away. A layer of tension here, a fragment of worry there, a shard of regret, a drop of sadness. There is nothing too small to release. There is nothing too significant. You are not being asked to perfect yourself, only to trust in the natural release rhythm. You may find that some things resist. That is fine. Do not fight them. The tree does not yank its leaves. It allows them to fall when they are ready. And you, too, may say to any part of you that is not ready yet, it's okay. When you are ready, you may let go. Now, to feel again the body. Perhaps it is even a little lighter. Perhaps the breath flows a little more freely. Perhaps a slight warmth arises in the heart. Or perhaps not, and that, too, is fine. Release happens on its own time. Your only task is to allow the space for it. There is another teaching. When the hand is clenched, it can hold nothing new. When the hand opens, it can receive. By releasing what no longer serves, you make space for peace, rest, and the night's gifts. You do not need to fill the space. The night will do that for you. Trust in that. And so, my dear one, as the river of today continues to flow onward, as the leaves of the mind's tree gently fall, as the breath carries away what can be released, know this: you are doing beautifully, not by effort but by allowing. And now, if you wish, once more whisper gently, I release what no longer serves. Rest in that spaciousness now. There is no rush to move forward. We walk together in the rhythm of the night. Soon, we will explore the stillness that lives beneath all this movement. But for now, simply rest in this gentle art of letting go. The night holds you. The breath moves you. The body softens. You are safe here. You are welcome here. You are exactly where you need to be. Rest. Dear one, the next step will unfold when it is time. For now, release. My dear friend, you have honored this day with gratitude. You have gently released what no longer needs to be carried. Now, we turn to a deeper place, one that is always here, beneath the movements of thought, beneath the flowing river of experience. This sacred reflection invites us to remember, I embrace the stillness within. Stillness, such a simple word, and yet, what a vast and mysterious presence it points to. Many people think of stillness as something they must achieve, to stop all thinking, to silence every sensation. But this is not the stillness I speak of. Dear one, true stillness is not the absence of movement. It is the spacious presence that holds all movement. It is like the vast sky, in which clouds appear and disappear, yet the sky remains unchanged. It is like the deep ocean, beneath whose surface the waves may rise and fall, yet in its depths, perfect calm endures. And so, within you, beneath the thoughts that may still be moving, beneath the feelings that may still ripple through the body, there is this stillness vast, open, untouched. You do not need to create it. You do not need to force your mind to be quiet. You need only to remember, you are not the thoughts, you are the space in which they arise. Let us breathe together now. Inhale, feel the body rise gently. Exhale, feel it settle once more into the bed. As you rest here, notice that thoughts may still come, sensations may still shift, emotions may still arise. This is natural. You are alive. The river of life moves, but beneath all this movement, a presence does not move. The awareness sees the thoughts, feels the sensations, and holds the emotions without being caught by them. In the Zen tradition, we call this the original face, the nature you had before you were born, which always remains with you. I remember one evening, as a young monk, I was restless during meditation. The mind was full of chatter plans, doubts, old memories. I felt frustrated. Why can't I make it stop? An elder monk came and sat beside me. After a time, he said, "The sky does not chase the clouds. It simply allows them to pass." He smiled. "You are the sky. Dear one, let the clouds come and go. You remain." And at that moment, a great weight was lifted. I did not need to battle the mind. I needed only to rest as the space beneath it. And so it is for you. My friend, perhaps your mind is still busy. That is fine. Do not fight it. Do not cling to it. Simply allow it and notice the deeper space in which it all unfolds. Take another breath now. As you exhale, imagine sinking just a little deeper, as if through layers of water, into the calm depths below. At the surface, the waves still move, but beneath, perfect stillness. And this stillness is not far away. It is not some special state you must attain. It is here, always, beneath the surface of your experience. You may feel this stillness as a gentle spaciousness in the chest, an openness around the head, or a soft, grounding presence through the body, or you may simply know it, a sense of resting in something vast and calm. Now, if you wish, you may softly whisper this sacred reflection: I embrace the stillness within. Let the words float through you like a gentle breeze. No need to grasp them. No need to force them. Simply let them be. In the monastery, we had a saying: stillness is not the opposite of life. It is life remembered in its wholeness. When we are caught in the doing of the day, we forget. We identify with the waves, the tasks, the roles, the dramas of the mind. But at night, in this sacred space, we can remember that we are not just the waves. We are the ocean. You are not just your thoughts. You are the vast awareness in which thought happens. You are not just your emotions. You are the compassionate space that can hold even the tenderest of feelings. You are not just this body. You are the life that breathes it, the silence that holds it, the stillness that underlies it. And in this remembering, something beautiful happens. The body begins to rest more deeply. The mind begins to quiet, not through force, but through recognition. There is nothing to defend or achieve. Only this moment. Only this stillness. Breathe again. Inhale is spacious. Exhale. Release. You may notice that the breath begins to slow naturally as the nervous system recognizes that I am safe. I can rest. This is not something you must do. It is the body's ancient wisdom. There is a teaching I love. The heart of a mountain remains unmoved, even when storms pass overhead. And so it is with you. Dear one, the surface of your being may experience waves of thought, feeling, and sensation. But beneath all this, the heart of your being remains still. You are the mountain. Now, as you rest here, you may notice moments when this stillness feels more clear, more tangible, and moments when the mind grows busy again. Both are fine. The sky does not cease to be the sky when clouds appear. When you notice the busy mind, simply return, like a gentle bow, to this remembrance. I embrace the stillness within. Feel the body settle once more. Feel the breath soften. And trust, even when you cannot feel it clearly. This stillness is here. It does not come and go. It is your deepest home. You do not need to force yourself to sleep. Sleep will arise naturally when the body rests in this space of being, when the mind releases its struggle. For now, let us simply rest together in this stillness that holds all things. You are not behind. You are not ahead. You are not broken. You are life itself. Resting in life. The night welcomes you. The breath carries you. The stillness holds you. And soon, we will journey further into the wisdom of the heart. But for now, let us remain here, resting in what does not move. You are doing beautifully, not by effort, but by being. Rest. Dear one, the stillness is here. You are here. All is well. My dear friend, you have entered the river of gratitude. You have practiced the gentle art of release. You have touched the deep stillness beneath all movement. Now, the path brings us to the heart, not as a metaphor, but as a living source of wisdom within you. The fourth sacred reflection invites us to remember, I trust the wisdom of my heart. Such simple words, and yet they open a vast doorway. You see, in this modern world, we are continually taught to rely on the mind logic, analysis, plans and strategies. The mind is a beautiful tool, sharp, clever, endlessly active. But it is also restless. It doubts. It fears. It circles itself in endless loops. The heart is different. The heart knows, not in words, not in arguments, but in a deep, quiet knowing, like how a tree knows how to reach the light, or a river knows how to flow toward the sea. In the monastery, my teacher once told us, when you are lost, place your hand upon your heart. It will remind you where you are. And so tonight, dear one, I invite you to turn gently toward your heart in this sacred space of the night, not to force an answer, not to demand clarity, but simply to listen. Place a hand, if you wish, lightly upon your chest. Feel the rhythm there, soft, steady, unceasing. This beating heart has been with you every moment of your life, through joy, sorrow, and change. It asks nothing of you but to be heard. Breathe now, with the hand resting here. Inhale, feel the expansion. Exhale, feel the softening. Now, in this quiet moment, you might begin to ask softly within, dear heart, what would you have me know tonight? And then listen, not for words, not for sentences, but for a feeling, a sense, a gentle knowing. Perhaps it is this, you are safe. Perhaps it is this, you have done enough today. Perhaps it is this, you are loved exactly as you are. Or perhaps it is a simple warmth, no words, just the quiet presence of life moving through you. There is a Zen story of a monk who sought enlightenment through study, reading every sutra and analyzing every teaching. Yet peace eluded him. Finally, despairingly, he went to the old master and asked, "What is the deepest teaching?" The master smiled and placed a hand over his heart. "This," he said, "when you listen here, you will find what no book can give you. And so it is for you. Dear one, the mind may race, the body may hold tension, but the heart remains steady, wise, present. Now, softly, if you wish, you may speak this sacred reflection. I trust the wisdom of my heart. Let the words drift like a feather on the breath. No need to force trust. No need to feel trust in some grand way. Simply offer the intention, and then listen. Perhaps your heart will tell you, it is time to rest. Perhaps it will remind you, you do not need to have all the answers tonight. Perhaps it will whisper, even in uncertainty, you are held. In the monastery, we often spoke of the heart's ear, a way of listening that goes beyond sound, beyond thought. It is how a mother knows her child needs comfort before a word is spoken, the way animals sense kindness. Sometimes, you know what is right, even when the mind hesitates. You have this ear. Dear one, you have always had it. Tonight, you are simply remembering. Breathe again. Softly, feel the hand on the heart. Feel the gentle beat, not hurried, not forced. Life is moving through you effortlessly. Now, consider this. Just as you do not force your heart to beat, you do not need to force wisdom to arise. It comes when there is space. It comes when we soften, when we listen. Trust is not a grand achievement. It is a quiet surrender, a willingness to lean into the unknown, knowing that life supports you. I remember a night of significant doubt during my novice years. My mind was caught in loops. Am I on the right path? Have I failed? Will I ever find peace? The elder monk simply said to me, "Rest your mind. Listen with the heart. Trust comes not from certainty, but from presence. And so I did not perfectly, not all at once, but gradually, as I returned to the breath, to the heart's rhythm, the mind loosened its grip, and in that space, a deep peace arose. You, too, my friend, can rest here. You do not need to solve your life tonight. You do not need to plan for tomorrow. You do not need to understand every emotion. You need only to rest, to breathe, to trust that within you is a wisdom that knows when to act. Wait, release, and love. This wisdom does not shout, it whispers. And tonight, in this temple of the night, it has space to be heard. Breathe again now slowly, with tenderness. And if the mind stirs, if doubt arises, that is fine. Gently return to the breath, to the heart. Whisper once more, I trust the wisdom of my heart. Feel how the body responds. Perhaps the shoulders are lower. Perhaps the breath deepens. Perhaps the belly softens. Or perhaps there is simply a gentle warmth, the quiet knowing, I can rest here. Dear one, this night asks nothing more of you. There is no race. There is no test. There is only this unfolding breath by breath, moment by moment. Trust that you are guided not by striving, but by listening. As we rest here, we will soon turn to the final sacred reflection, the art of embracing all that is. But for now, remain here, breathing, softening, trusting. The wisdom of your heart is vast. You are held. You are enough. Rest. Dear one, I am here with you. All is well. My dear friend, you have walked a beautiful path this night through gratitude, release, stillness, and trust. Now, we arrive at the heart of the practice, the reflection that gathers all others into itself. I am at peace with all that is. Such a gentle phrase, and yet it is also one of the most courageous. To be at peace with all that is not just the pleasant, the easy, and the whole tapestry of life, the joys and the sorrows, the triumphs and the disappointments, the certainty and the mystery. In the monastery, we would often hear this teaching: the river does not fight the rocks, it flows around them. Acceptance is not passivity. It is not giving up. It is the profound recognition of what is already here. To fight reality is to exhaust oneself. To embrace it, this is where true freedom arises. Let us take a breath here. Inhale, receiving life as it is. Exhale, softening into it. Now, softly, gently, begin turning your awareness to this moment. Not the story of today, not the hopes of tomorrow, just this. The body lying here, the breath moving, the sounds around you, the sensations within you. This is what it is right now. And in this moment, you are invited to whisper, I am at peace with all that is. Notice what arises. Perhaps there is resistance. Perhaps the mind says, but I wish this were different. I wish I felt better. I wish the day had gone another way. I wish my heart were lighter. This, too, is welcome. Acceptance is not about liking every moment. It is about allowing every moment to be here without needing to push it away. There is a Zen story of a student who came to the master in frustration. I cannot meditate. My mind is too busy. I'm failing at this. The master asked, Are you at peace with the busy mind? No, the student replied. That's the problem. The master smiled. Begin there. Be at peace with even this and see what happens. So, too, for you, dear one, if the body feels tired, be at peace with tiredness. If the heart feels heavy, be at peace with heaviness. If the mind is restless, to be at peace with restlessness. This is not resignation. It is the most profound kindness, the willingness to embrace ourselves exactly as we are now. When we stop fighting the present, a great energy is freed. The body begins to soften. The breath deepens. The mind, no longer caught in resistance, begins to settle naturally. And this is the ground from which proper rest arises. Consider this. The night does not judge the day. It does not say, "You should have been brighter, more successful, more joyful." It simply receives the day as it was and offers rest. You, too, can become like the night. Perhaps there were moments today you wish had been different. Perhaps there are parts of yourself you wish were different. But here, in this sacred space, you are invited to whisper to it all, "I am at peace with all that is." And as you do, notice how the body responds. The shoulders may lower, the face may soften, the heart may release a breath it did not know it was holding. This, dear one, is the truth. Peace is not found by fixing everything. It is found by embracing what is, and from that ground, allowing life to unfold. There is a teaching I love. You are perfect as you are, and there is room for growth. Both truths coexist. You can be at peace with yourself now, even as you continue to grow, learn, and evolve. In this way, you free yourself from the impossible task of needing to be finished before rest is deserved. You do not need to become perfect to rest. You do not need to have all the answers to sleep peacefully. You do not need to solve every problem tonight. You can rest as you are imperfect, evolving, beautifully human. Breathe again now. Inhale, welcoming what is. Exhale, releasing struggle. And if the mind begins to wander, self-judgment arises, and old stories return. That is fine. Simply return to this reflection. I am at peace with all that is. Allow it to be a soft anchor, a gentle reminder. In the monastery, we would often practice this with the breath. Inhale, welcoming what is. Exhale, peace with what is. If you wish, you might try breathing with this simple rhythm now. And know this, each time you choose this acceptance, you cultivate a profound strength. Not the brittle strength of control, but the deep resilience of the river that flows, the tree that bends, the earth that holds. As you rest here, notice that even the body prepares for deeper rest. The nervous system receives the message. It is safe to let go. It is safe to rest. Sleep arises not from striving, but from this peace. And tonight, dear one, you do not need to force sleep. You need only to rest in this sacred acceptance and trust that the body knows the way. You have done enough. You are enough. This moment is enough. I am at peace with all that is. Whisper it once more if you wish. Let it echo softly through the body, heart, and breath. And know that in this space, you are deeply supported by the earth beneath you, the breath within you, and the vast stillness around you. You are not alone. You are not wrong. You are exactly where you need to be. Rest here. Dear one, let the night hold you. Let peace find you. Let yourself be just as you are. Soon, We will weave all these reflections into a single, gentle rhythm. But for now, simply be here, breathing, softening, resting in peace with what is. All is well. All is well. All is well. My dear friend, you have touched the core of peace, the gentle courage of being at ease with all that is. Now, let us rest even deeper, not by adding anything new, but by settling into the most ancient rhythm of life, the breath, for all the beautiful teachings of the sages, for all the wise stories and reflections beneath them all is this simple truth. You are breathing, and in this breath is the key to rest, healing, and presence. When I was a young monk, struggling with restless thoughts and sleepless nights, my teacher gave me no complicated mantra, no elaborate meditation. He simply said, follow the breath, let it teach you how to live. And over time, I began to understand that the breath is the practice. Now, dear one, as you lie here, body softening, heart open, let us return to this sacred rhythm. Inhale. Slowly, gently, feel the cool air enter. Exhale. Softly, naturally, feel the warmth as it leaves. There is no rush. There is no ideal breath to achieve. There is only this breath, the one you are breathing now. Perhaps it is deep, perhaps it is shallow. Both are welcome. Your task is not to control it, but to accompany it, like walking beside a dear friend. Breathe again. Inhale. Exhale. Now, begin to notice. Each breath forms a circle, an eternal rhythm that mirrors the very cycles of life. Inhale, a welcoming. Exhale, a release. Inhale, receiving the gift of this moment. Exhale, letting go of all that is no longer needed. As you rest here, you may begin to sense how this simple circle of breath reflects all the other circles we have touched tonight. Gratitude, welcoming the gifts of this day. Release, letting go of what no longer serves. Stillness, resting in the space beneath movement. Trust, leaning into the wisdom of your heart. Acceptance, being at peace with all that is. Each of these is mirrored in the breath. And so, as you breathe now, know that you are weaving these teachings into your very body, not as concepts, but as living experiences. Breathe in. Gratitude. Breathe out. Release. Breathe in. Stillness. Breathe out. Trust. Breathe in. Acceptance. Breathe out. Peace. No need to force this. Let it unfold naturally. If the mind wanders, that is fine. Gently return to the breath, to this sacred circle. There is a teaching I love. Each breath is a doorway to the present. You do not need to journey far to find peace. It is here in this breath, in this moment. And as the breath slows, the body follows, the heart follows, the mind, too, begins to soften, not because we have silenced it, but because it has nothing left to resist. Now, imagine this. As you lie here, your breath is syncing with the larger rhythms of the world, with the tides that rise and fall, with the moon that waxes and wanes, with the seasons that turn. You are not separate from this great dance of life. You are part of it, a beloved thread in the vast tapestry. When you inhale, the trees give you breath. When you exhale, you nourish the trees. This is the sacred exchange of life, always, effortlessly happening. And as you rest in this rhythm, notice the mind may quiet or not. Both are fine. The breath does not ask the mind to be silent. It simply continues steady, loving, faithful. You may choose now, if you wish, to rest even more fully in this circle. Inhale, welcoming life. Exhale, releasing effort. Inhale, I am here. Exhale, I let go. And know this, even as you rest, the breath carries you. You do not need to hold on to it. It holds you. This is the great kindness of life, that even when we are weary, life continues to breathe, nourish, and carry us home. Now, as the body relaxes more deeply, you may begin to notice subtle shifts. The breath grew slower. The spaces between breaths lengthen. A soft warmth spreads through the limbs. A gentle heaviness in the body, as if lovingly pulled toward the earth. This is the body's wisdom awakening. It knows it is safe now. It is time to rest. There is nothing more you must do, nothing more you must figure out, nothing more you must accomplish. You are here. You are breathing, and that is enough. Perhaps, at this moment, you may softly whisper, I am held by the breath of life. Feel how the body responds, not with striving, but with surrender. The monks often spoke of this as the deep bow, not a physical gesture, but an inner softening, a willingness to let life carry us. And so tonight, dear one, you too can make this deep bow by simply resting in the breath, in the body. In this moment, there is no perfection required. The breath will not judge you. The night will not judge you. I will not judge you. All is welcome here. Joy and sorrow, ease and struggle, clarity and confusion. Each breath embraces it all. Now, rest even deeper. Inhale, welcoming. Exhale, letting go. Let the breath become like the rocking of a great cradle, soothing, gentle, eternal. And if sleep begins to come, welcome it as another breath, not forced, not grasped, simply arising in its own time. You are not chasing sleep. You are resting in life, and sleep is the natural fruit of this resting. And if the mind stirs again, as minds do gently return, inhale, exhale. One breath, then another, and another. This is your sanctuary. This is your refuge. This is your home. You are breathing. You are here. You are enough. Rest now. Dear one, the breath will carry you. The night will hold you. All is well, my dear friend. Your breath now flows like a gentle river, steady, soothing, effortless. And as this river of breath continues, it naturally carries us towards something even more profound, a return, a remembering. There is an ancient image often spoken of in Zen. The river returns to the sea. It is said that every river, no matter how winding its path, no matter how many rocks it passes, no matter how turbulent or calm its journey in the end, it knows its way home to the great sea. And so too it is with you. Dear one, no matter the paths your life has taken, no matter the thoughts that have arisen tonight, no matter the emotions that have passed through your heart, beneath it all is a deep current within you, an unerring wisdom that knows how to return to peace. You do not need to force this return. You do not need to figure it out. It is your nature as natural as the river flowing to the sea. Breathe now. Inhale. Feel the breath enter like a gentle current. Exhale. Feel it flow outward. carrying you toward rest. Now, imagine this. You are lying not on a bed, but upon a soft boat, gently floating down a wide river beneath a starlit sky. The boat moves without effort. You do not need to steer. You do not need to paddle. The river itself carries you. Around you, the night is vast and kind. The stars reflect upon the water. The air is cool and sweet. And ahead, unseen but certain, lies the great sea of sleep, vast, open, welcoming. You may rest now in this boat. You may trust the river, breathe again in and out. Feel how the body responds, perhaps growing heavier, perhaps lighter. Perhaps the edges of the body feel less defined, as if you are merging with the flow of life itself. This is natural. You are not becoming less. You are becoming more connected, whole, and at ease. In the monastery, my teacher would say, at night, do not chase sleep. Become like the river. Let it carry you. And so, dear one, tonight you are invited to rest in this trust. You have practiced gratitude. You have released what needed to be released. You have touched the stillness within. You have trusted your heart. You have embraced what is, and now the river of your being knows the way. There is nothing more you must do. Perhaps the mind will still offer a thought. That is fine. Let it drift like a leaf upon the river. Perhaps an emotion will arise. That is fine. Let it be like a ripple upon the surface. The river flows beneath it. Even the body's sensations, warmth, coolness, tension, ease can be like the banks of the river. The river moves between them, untouched at its core. Now is feel again the breath in and out. Notice how each breath carries you a little deeper, not into sleep just yet, but into a state of surrender, of trust. The sea is near. The ancient stories say that when the river first meets the sea, there is a moment of mingling the sweet water, merging with the salt, the known with the unknown. Perhaps you, too, will sense this. A moment when the boundary between waking and sleep grows thin, when the edges of thought blur, when the sense of I begins to dissolve into something vast and tender. This is not something to force. It is something to allow. Breathe again in, receiving, out, surrendering. And know this, the river flows on, even if the mind remains active, even if the body does not fully release yet. You do not need to measure your progress. The river is already moving. The breath is already carrying you. There is a teaching I love. Even when you think you are standing still, life is carrying you home. Trust this. Trust the deep currents within you. Now, if you wish, you may softly whisper, I am returning to the sea of peace. Feel how the body responds. Perhaps a softening, perhaps a deepening of breath. And if there is stillness, rest there. If there is movement, rest there too. The river accepts all currents. So can you. Imagine this gentle boat beneath you, this wide river carrying you. The stars above do not hurry the river. The trees along the banks do not urge it onward. The river flows in its own perfect time, and so too with you. Dear one, there is no rush. Let go of the need to fall asleep. Let go of the idea of getting it right. You are being carried. That is enough. Perhaps sleep will come soon. Perhaps it will take time. Both are fine. The river flows either way. In the monastery, we would often recite this before sleep. The day is done. The night is here. I trust in the flow of life. I rest in the arms of peace. You may choose to whisper this. 2. If you wish. And as you do, notice how the breath moves with greater ease even now. The body feels more held, more supported. Perhaps the mind begins to drift, images rising, soft and dreamlike. Perhaps the awareness grows spacious, like the vast sky above the river. Whatever arises, it is welcome. You are not chasing the sea. You are simply being carried. Now, as we close this reflection, rest even deeper. Breathe in, I am carried. Breathe out, I let go. The river knows the way. Your body knows the way. Life knows the way. You are safe. You are loved. You are enough. And soon, very soon, you will arrive at the great sea of sleep. But for now, rest here in the flow. Rest in the breath. Rest in the knowing. I am returning. The river flows. The night deepens. All is well. Rest now. Dear one, rest. My dear friend, the river carries you still gently, steadily, toward the vast sea of rest. And now, as we drift deeper into this sacred night, I invite you to imagine another space, a place of deep refuge, where the heart may truly settle, a garden, not one of the daytime bustling with bees and sunlight, but a garden of night, a place bathed in silver moonlight, hushed, serene, alive with a different kind of beauty. Perhaps it is a garden you know. Perhaps it is one that arises now from your heart's own longing. See it in your mind's eye, winding paths beneath the stars, tall trees standing like wise old friends, soft petals glistening with dew. The air is cool and fragrant. Each breath here is a balm. And in this garden, there is nothing you must do. No task, no expectation, only the invitation to wander or to rest. This is the garden of your being, the inner space that remains untouched by the noise of the world. In the monastery, we spoke of this often. Within each heart is a garden untouched by fear, untroubled by thought. To return there is to return home. And tonight, dear one, you are returning. As you rest here, body heavy, breath slow. Imagine yourself walking slowly through this moonlit garden. Each step is unhurried. Each breath is deep. There is no past here, no future, only this step and this breath and this deepening presence. Perhaps you pause beneath a great tree, its branches arching like a protective canopy. You place a hand upon its rough bark, feeling the ancient life pulsing there. And in that touch, a remembering, you too are ancient. You too belong to this earth. You too are part of this great dance of life. Let this knowing sink into your bones. You do not need to strive to be better, more. You are enough, exactly as you are. Now, continue walking, or perhaps sit upon a stone bench, cool beneath you. Around you, flowers release their subtle scent. The stars above wheel silently across the heavens. Even the earth beneath you breathes slow, deep, timeless. And so too do you. Breathe now in, receiving the peace of this place. Out, releasing all that is no longer needed. Here, the breath comes easily, naturally, as if the garden itself breathes with you. In this space, even the mind begins to rest. Thoughts may arise, that is natural. But here, they drift like soft petals on a pond. They do not disturb the stillness. For the garden is vast. There is space for all things joy and sorrow, hope and longing, peace and restlessness. All are welcome. All are embraced. This is the heart of true acceptance, not the forced peace of pretending, but the deep, spacious peace of allowing. Let it be as it is. These words were often whispered in the monastery gardens at night, and tonight you may whisper them too. If you wish, let it be as it is. And feel how the body responds, perhaps with a sigh, a loosening, a deeper sinking into rest. Now, in this garden of night, notice there is no need to seek anything. There is no next step to achieve. There is only being, only presence. And from this presence, healing arises naturally. The breath deepens, the heart softens, the nervous system receives the signal. It is safe. It is time to rest. You do not need to force healing. You do not need to command the body to sleep, just as the flowers do not command themselves to bloom, or the stars to shine. You too may simply be, and life will do what is needed. Now, rest even more deeply in this garden. Perhaps you hear the soft hoot of an owl in the distance. Perhaps the rustle of leaves in the gentle night breeze. Perhaps only the quiet beat of your own heart. All is well. All belongs. And in this belonging, something deep within begins to trust. Even now, I am enough. Even now, I am whole. You may wish to whisper this now. Even now, I am enough. All. And notice, no matter what the mind says, no matter what doubts arise beneath it all, the body knows this truth. The breath knows. The heart knows. The earth beneath you knows. You are enough. You are worthy of this rest. Now, imagine yourself reclining upon a soft patch of grass in this garden, cool, fragrant, embracing. The earth holds you utterly, without demand. You may surrender now to gravity, to breath, to life. Each breath, a falling deeper into the earth's embrace. Each breath, a softening of the self. There is no effort here, no one watching, no one to impress. Only you. In this living night, perhaps you feel now a warmth in the chest, or a gentle tingling in the hands, or a wave of relaxation sweeping through the body. These are signs that the deep letting go is happening, not by force, but by the natural intelligence of life. As a flower closes at night, as the body of a child grows heavy with sleep, so too do you return to your original rhythm. To be is enough. Inhale. To be. Exhale. Enough. Now, dear one, rest in this knowing. Rest in this garden. Rest in this breath. There is nowhere else you need to be. Nothing else you need to do. And as you lie here, perhaps already drifting toward the threshold of sleep, know this: the garden remains within you, always. Whenever the world feels heavy, whenever the heart feels restless, you can return. Close your eyes, follow the breath, and let yourself be in the garden of night. You are always welcome here, always held, always loved. Rest now, dear one. The river flows, the garden blooms, the night deepens, and all is well. My dear friend, you have wandered through the moonlit garden of night. You have rested in its stillness, embraced its gentle permission to be as you are. Now, the breath continues slow, steady, and with each breath, you are being drawn towards something deeper still. Vastness, not the vastness of outer space, though that too is a reflection, but the inner vastness that has no boundary, no edge, no end. In the monastery, we spoke often of this. Beneath all identity, beneath all thought, beneath all sensation, there is only space, only awareness. And this space, dear one, is not cold or distant. It is warm, alive, loving. It is the space from which you arise and to which you return each night in sleep, each moment in rest. Now, as you lie here, breath soft, body heavy, notice how the sense of I begins to loosen. Perhaps the edges of the body feel less distinct. Perhaps the mind grows more spacious. Perhaps thought itself seems to drift like mist. This is natural. You are not disappearing. You are returning to the vast field of being that has always held you. Breathe now in, opening, out, dissolving. There is no need to hold yourself together here. No need to maintain roles, identities, defenses. The night welcomes all of you, the known and the unknown, the light and the shadow. And as you rest in this vastness, something beautiful happens. The old boundaries soften. The sense of separation fades. You begin to remember, I am not apart from life. I am life. Not as a concept, but as a direct, felt truth. There is a Zen image I love. A wave returning to the sea does not mourn the loss of its form. It rejoices in the reunion with the whole. And so too with you. Dear one, you are not losing yourself here. You are remembering your wholeness. Now, imagine this. You are floating in a vast, warm sea, perfectly supported. The water cradles you every curve, every muscle, every bone. You do not need to swim. You do not need to control. You are held completely, unconditionally. Breathe now in, being held, out, surrendering to the holding. Feel how the body responds, perhaps sinking deeper into the bed, or seeming to float weightlessly. This is the natural movement toward deep rest. And as you float here, notice there is no need to name yourself. No need to be the one who is resting, or the one who is meditating, or the one who is seeking sleep. These are forms useful in their time. But here, in this vast sea of being, they can dissolve. You are not the wave. You are the sea. And in this sea, all things arise and pass thoughts, sensations, dreams like ripples on the surface, but the depth remains unchanged, untouched. Now, if you wish, you may softly whisper, I am the vastness. I am the peace. And feel how the words do not define you. They point to what you already are. You have always been this vastness, even when clothed in the garments of daily life, even when caught in the winds of thought. Now, the garments fall away, the winds grow still, and what remains is this: a presence vast as the sky, a silence deep as the sea, a peace beyond understanding. And as you rest in this, the body's final tensions may release. The breath may grow so soft it seems to disappear. The mind may drift into the luminous space between waking and sleep. There is no effort here, only surrender, only trust. The one who lets go is the one who returns home. Inhale, letting go of form. Exhale, resting as space. You are not doing this. Life is doing this through you. As you, and soon, very soon, sleep will arise. Not as an action, but as a deep merging with this vastness. You may not even notice the moment it comes. You may simply dissolve like a wave into the sea, like a star into the night. And when you awaken, you will carry something of this vastness with you, a softness, a spaciousness, a remembering. For even in the busyness of the day, the vastness remains. Now, dear one, rest even deeper. Breathe. Float. Dissolve. There is nothing to fear here, nothing to resist, nothing to achieve. You are already whole. You are already home. The breath carries you. The vastness holds you. The night welcomes you. Rest now. Rest. All is well. All is well. My dear friend, you have drifted far now down the river, through the garden, into the vastness, and yet, even in this spaciousness, there remains something most precious, a quiet presence, always with you. In the monastery, we often called it the eternal companion. It is not a person, it is not a thought, it is not even a feeling, though at times it may be felt as love, or warmth, or peace. It is deeper than all these, a silent, steady presence that has accompanied you through every moment of your life. It was there in your first breath. It is here in this breath. It will be here in your last breath. And tonight, as you rest, I invite you to become aware of this companion, not by seeking, but by allowing. Breathe now in, feeling the presence of life, out, resting into it. Perhaps you sense it as a soft warmth in the chest, perhaps as a gentle knowing in the belly, perhaps as a spaciousness that surrounds and holds you, or perhaps it is simply a subtle sense, I am not alone. And indeed, dear one, you are not, even when the mind feels empty, even when the heart feels weary, this presence remains. It does not judge. It does not demand. It does not leave. It is the deepest part of you, your truest nature. Before thought, before story, before form. And in this companion, there is perfect trust. You do not need to explain yourself to it. You do not need to prove your worth. You do not need to be anyone but who you are. It already knows you in your wholeness, in your humanness, in your becoming. And tonight, as you prepare to surrender into sleep, you can rest into this presence as into the arms of a most loving friend. Breathe now in. I am held. Out. I surrender. There is no effort needed. This presence does not come because you practice well. End quote. It does not leave because your mind is restless. It is always here, simply waiting to be remembered. Beneath all waves, the deep still sea remains. And so it is with this companion. Even if the surface mind stirs old thoughts, passing worries, the companion remains steady. You may even speak to it now. If you wish softly in your heart, I know you are here. End quote. And then listen, not for words, not for reply, but for a softening, a deepening, a remembering. Now, dear one, imagine this as you lie here, body warm, breath slow. The eternal companion sits beside you, perhaps in the form of a gentle light, perhaps as a presence without form, perhaps as an ancient friend who asks nothing but your trust. And this companion whispers not in words, but in knowing you are safe now. You may rest. You are loved beyond measure. Feel how the body responds. Perhaps the breath grows softer still. Perhaps the heart slows. The belly softens. The face relaxes. These are signs that you are letting go deeper, deeper into trust. And now, the mind too may begin to loosen its hold, not because it was defeated, but because it no longer needs to guard. The companion is here. You are safe. The body knows this. The breath knows this. And as you continue to drift, perhaps images arise, soft dreams, gentle impressions. Do not chase them. Do not resist them. Let them come and go, like clouds across a wide sky. For beneath them all, the companion remains. Now, if you wish, you may softly whisper, "I am never alone. The companion is always with me." And feel how this truth settles deep in the heart, deep in the bones. And from this knowing, a profound peace arises. You are not trying to sleep now. You are simply resting into being held, supported, loved. Even when you forget, the companion remembers you. Such was the teaching we heard often, beneath the stars. And tonight, beneath your own stars, beneath your own breath, this truth remains. No striving, no achieving, only being. Now, rest even deeper. Breathe. Float. Dissolve. To be held. There is nothing more you must do. No one more you must become. You are perfect in this moment. Perfect in your resting. Perfect in your being. And should thoughts arise again, gently return. The companion is here. I am safe. I can rest. And feel again the softness of the breath, the heaviness of the body, the spaciousness of the heart. The river flows. The garden blooms. The vastness holds you. The eternal companion watches over you. And all is well. Soon now, sleep will come not forced, not chased, but as the natural unfolding of this deep trust. You are ready. You have prepared. You have remembered. Now, dear one, rest. I am here with you. The companion is here with you. The breath is here with you. All is well. Rest now. Rest, my dear friend. You are resting now deeply, gently held by breath, by presence, by the quiet companion within. And as you drift further into this sacred space, you may begin to sense something else, something ancient and ever-present, the great dance between light and darkness. In the monastery, we would often reflect upon this after the evening bell. Light and dark do not oppose. They dance. Night follows day, and day follows night in endless, loving rhythm. And so too within us, there is light clarity, understanding, joy, and there is darkness mystery, rest, deep renewal. Neither is better. Both are needed. Without darkness, no seed could sprout. Without night, no body could heal. Without stillness, no wisdom could arise. And so tonight, dear one, you are invited to rest fully in this holy darkness, not as something to fear, but as something to trust. Breathe now in, receiving the nourishment of the dark. Out, releasing into its embrace. For too long, many have been taught to fear the dark, to see it as the unknown, the uncertain, the empty. But in truth, the darkness of night is rich and full, the womb of life itself. It is in the dark soil that roots grow strong, It is in the dark sky that stars are born. It is in the dark belly of the mother that new life stirs. And it is in the dark of sleep that body and soul renew themselves. Do not fear the dark. My teacher would say, it is the mother of peace. And so tonight, as the outer world grows still and dark, you too may soften, letting the body sink into this vast womb of rest. You are not being swallowed. You are being held. You are not vanishing. You are becoming whole. Now, imagine this. The darkness around you is not empty space. It is a living presence, warm, gentle, enfolding you in love. Each breath draws this nurturing darkness into the body, soothing the heart, calming the mind, softening the muscles. Breathe now in, welcoming the gift of darkness. Out, releasing all tension into its care. And in this space, the light within you does not go out. It simply rests like a candle beneath a sheltering hand, protected, nourished, awaiting the dawn. Even the sun must sleep, the old ones would say. And so too with you. You are not meant to shine endlessly. You are meant to rest, to renew, to trust the wisdom of this greater rhythm, day and night, breath in and breath out, awake and asleep. One is not better than the other. Both are sacred. Now, feel this rhythm within your own breath. Inhale the gentle rising of inner light. Exhale the deep falling into restful dark, like the tide, like the seasons, like the great wheel of life. You are part of this dance always. And tonight, you may surrender even more deeply into it. Rest is not the absence of life. It is life returning to balance. And so, dear one, there is no need to fight the coming of sleep. No need to get it right. End of tale. The darkness will carry you. The breath will carry you. Life will carry you. Now, if you wish, you may softly whisper, I trust the rhythm of light and dark. End of tale. And feel how the body responds, perhaps with a wave of warmth, a deepening of the breath, a letting go. Perhaps the mind grows quieter now, not because it was forced, but because it recognizes there is nothing more to do. This is the time for rest. And even if thoughts still drift, let them. In the vast space of this night, they are but fireflies flickering, brief, harmless. You are not the fireflies. You are the vast night sky in which they appear. Now, imagine yourself resting beneath this sky, whether in your mind's garden, or upon the soft boat of the river, or simply here, as you are, above you, stars wheel in slow, ancien danse. Around you, the darkness breathes vast, alive, and you, dear one, are part of this dance. No effort, no striving, only the simple truth. I belong to this rhythm. I am safe within it. Now, rest even deeper. Breath in, light, breath out, dark, and know, soon, sleep will come not as an achievement, but as a natural unfolding, just as the flower closes without thinking, just as the bird tucks its head beneath its wing, just as the sea surrenders to the pull of the moon, so too will you surrender not by force, but by trust. The light in me rests now in the arms of the dark. You may whisper this too, if you wish, and feel how in this surrender, there is great peace. You are not alone. You are not adrift. You are part of the great dance, the eternal rhythm of being. And as you breathe, As you rest, as you drift, all is well. Day will return in its time. The light will rise again. But for now, this is the time of dark, of rest, of healing. And in this, there is great beauty. Rest now. Dear one, trust the dance, trust the breath, trust the night. All is well. All is well. My dear friend, you are resting now deeper and deeper, breath by breath, held by the night, held by the breath, held by the unseen companion within. And now, as you float here between wakefulness and sleep, there is one more doorway through which we may gently pass. Trust. Not the trust of the mind that comes and goes, not the trust based on guarantees, but the deep, primal trust that life itself knows the way. The same force that moves the stars moves through you. My teacher once said, "You are not apart from this great dance. You are woven into it, breath, body, being." And so tonight, you are invited to rest even more deeply by remembering this truth. You can trust life, even when the mind does not understand, even when certainty seems far away, even when the heart is tender. You are held. Now, feel this in the breath. Inhale. I trust the flow of life. Exhale. I surrender to its wisdom. Again, softly, gently. There is no need to convince yourself. There is no need to force belief. The body already knows. The breath already knows. Trust is the natural state when fear falls away. And fear falls away when we rest in presence in this breath, in this moment, in this sacred night. Now, consider this. The earth beneath you spins through space effortlessly. The sun will rise without your effort. The heart beats without your command. The breath moves without your control. You are already being breathed by life, the old monks would say. And so tonight, dear one, you are invited to lean into this trust as a child leans into the arms of the mother, not as weakness, but as wisdom. Those who trust life rest deepest, goes the teaching. Now, imagine this. You are floating not only in the darkness of night, but in the great ocean of being itself. The stars above are not distant. They are part of you as you are part of them. The breath of the trees, the song of the wind, the pull of the tides all move through you. As through all things, you are not separate. You are woven into this great web, and this web holds you now and always. Breathe now in, receiving life's embrace. Out, releasing into its care. There is no corner of this vast being that is not known to life. Even your doubts, even your weariness, even your longing. All is known, all is held. And so, there is nothing you must fix tonight, nothing you must resolve, nothing you must control. Life knows the way. The elders would remind us, and life will carry you through this night, through this sleep, through the cycles of being. Now, if you wish, you may softly whisper, "I trust life. I trust this night. I trust this breath." Feel how the body responds, perhaps with a wave of warmth, a softening of the jaw, a release in the belly. This is the body's knowing. It is safe now to rest. And as you rest, know this: you do not rest alone. The same wisdom that guides the stars, the seasons, the tides, guides you. You are of the earth, of the stars, of the breath of life itself. Now, imagine the breath as a great wave rising. falling in harmony with the breath of the world. Inhale with the earth. Exhale with the stars. You are part of this cosmic rhythm. There is nothing to do, only to be. And in this being, trust arises naturally. When you let go, life carries you deeper than you could ever swim. And so tonight, dear one, let yourself be carried by the breath, by the night, by the wisdom of life. There is no right way to rest, no perfect way to sleep. Trust that what is needed will arise. Perhaps dreams will come, perhaps deep, dreamless rest, perhaps a drifting between worlds. All is welcome. All is part of the dance. Now, rest even deeper. Breath in, trust. Breath out, surrender. Feel how the body sinks more fully into the bed, how the mind grows softer, to lighter, how the heart opens to the great mystery. You are not alone. You are not adrift. You are being carried by forces far older, and far wiser than the mind can grasp. To trust is to float. The monks would say, the river knows the way to the sea. And so tonight, let the river of life carry you. No more striving, no more reaching, just this: breath, trust, rest. And as you float here, the threshold of sleep draws near, not as a task, but as a gift of life for you. Now, if the mind stirs again, gently return. Inhale. I trust life. Exhale. I let go. And in this letting go, you return to your deepest nature, a child of the stars, a wave in the great ocean, a breath in the vast body of life. All is well. Rest now. Dear one, trust the breath, trust the night, trust life, and soon, very soon, sleep will come, and you will be carried deeper still. Rest, rest. My dear friend, you are resting now, softly held, gently breathed, deeply trusted. The breath moves like a tide in and out. The body floats as if on the surface of a vast sea. And in truth, this image is no metaphor. It is a remembrance. You are the ocean, not apart from it, not a separate wave seeking to join the sea. You have always been the ocean, moving in form for a while, but in essence, vast and boundless. The wave that forgets it is ocean suffers. My teacher would say, the wave that remembers rests. And tonight, dear one, you are remembering. Each breath draws you deeper from the surface ripples of thought into the great depths of being. Now, imagine this. You are floating, utterly supported upon a vast, still sea. There is no shore in sight, no edge, no boundary. Above you, stars drift in a great dark sky, as if mirroring the depths below. And you, dear one, you float here, perfectly held. No need to swim, no need to reach, no need to do anything. The ocean holds you. To float is to trust the water. The old ones taught, and so tonight you float. Breath in, being held. Breath out, trusting the holding. And as you float, you may notice the sense of I begins to soften. There is less me and my body, more of an open, a spacious awareness. Perhaps the edges of the body grow diffuse, as if you are merging with the water itself. This too is natural. we do not disappear. The elders would remind us, we return. Return to what? To our original nature, vast, open, free, beyond thought, beyond form, beyond the small self. Now, imagine this sea endless, timeless as the very ground of being. It was here before this body. It will be here after this body. It is here now, breathing you, holding you. You do not enter it. You awaken to the truth that you have never left. Breathe now in. I am ocean. Out. I rest as ocean. There is no more striving, no more separation. Even thought, when it arises, is like a small ripple, harmless, passing, leaving no trace upon the vast, deep. You do not need to stop thought. You do not need to fight anything. The ocean is not disturbed by a passing wave. The old saying goes, and so too with you. Now, as you rest here, deeper and deeper feel, the breath slows naturally. The body grows heavier, or perhaps lighter. The heart opens not outward, but inward into this vast embrace. The heart knows the sea. The monks would say, it recognizes the deep when the mind forgets. And perhaps, even now, your heart remembers, I am not apart. I am not alone. I am the whole. Now, if you wish, you may softly whisper, I am the ocean. I rest in the ocean of being. Oh, line. Feel how these words settle not as an idea, but as a truth. The body already knows. Now, notice this. There is no goal left tonight. No destination. No achievement. The sea does not strive. It moves with the great rhythms of life tides, currents, stillness, and you too may rest in this natural rhythm. When we stop grasping for the shore, we are free to float, my teacher would say. And so tonight, dear one, release the shore, release the need to get it right. Release the need to fall asleep. Release the need to quiet the mind. All of this striving belongs to the surface. You are beneath now in the deep, where no striving remains. Breath in, floating. Breath out, being. Feel how the body surrenders not in weakness, but in wisdom. Even now, sleep may be approaching not as something chaste, but as a natural deepening of this surrender. And if it comes, welcome it. And if it does not yet come, rest in this being and trust. The ocean knows when the wave shall dissolve. There is nothing wrong, nothing missing, nothing to fix. Only this vast, loving presence holding you as its own. And you are its own. You always have been. Now, breathe once more in. Ocean, out, rest, and know you are safe. You are whole. You are vast beyond measure. The stars wheel above. The deep holds you below. And soon, very soon, you will dissolve even more, not into absence, but into the deepest, most healing presence. Rest now, dear one. Float, be, trust. You are ocean. You are peace. You are home, my dear friend. You are floating now, body soft, breath slow, heart open, held by the vast ocean of being, rocked by the rhythm of breath and trust. And as you rest here deeper and deeper, there is one more invitation, one more doorway to release the mind's habit of reaching into tomorrow. For even now, as the body softens, and the heart opens, the mind may still, at times, cast forward. What must I do tomorrow? What if this or that happens? What if I do not sleep enough? This is natural. The mind is a gardener, always scattering seeds into the soil of the future. But tonight, dear one, you are invited to tend this garden in a new way. Plant only what brings peace. My teacher would say, do not fill tomorrow's soil with weeds of worry. And so, as you rest here, I invite you to become aware. What seeds are you planting now? With your thoughts, are they seeds of fear, seeds of self-judgment, seeds of striving? Or can you, in this sacred moment, choose instead to plant seeds of peace, of trust, of kindness toward yourself? Breathe now in, choosing peace. Breathe out, releasing worry. Now, imagine this. Within the vast ocean where you rest, there is also a great fertile ground, the soil of your own being. And tonight, beneath the soft waves of breath, seeds are being planted, not by the mind alone, but by the deeper wisdom within you. What do you wish to plant? Perhaps a seed of patience, perhaps a seed of compassion for yourself. For others, perhaps a seed of rest, the knowing that deep healing happens even when we do nothing. Each night plants the seeds of the next dawn, the monks would remind us. And so tonight, dear one, as you drift towards sleep, you are also planting the seeds of tomorrow's being. Now, softly, without effort, you may whisper, tonight, I plant the seeds of peace, Ola Pram. And as you do, imagine these seeds sinking gently into the deep soil of your body, your heart, your breath. There is no need to make them grow. The earth knows, the breath knows, life knows. We do not force the dawn. The teaching goes, we rest in the dark, and the light returns in its time. And so too with these seeds planted now in the rich dark of night. As you rest, as you drift, as you dissolve into sleep, they will be nourished by breath, by stillness, by the great unseen forces of life. You need do nothing. You need understand nothing. The heart plants in silence, the old one said, and tonight your heart is planting. Now, breathe again in. Trust. Out. Surrender. Perhaps the mind still wanders, that is fine. Let it be. Each thought that arises is another wave passing. Harmless. You are the ocean beneath. You are the fertile ground beneath. And this night is the gardener's friend, a time for deep tending, for unseen growth, even as the body prepares for sleep, even as the edges of awareness grow soft, the deeper self knows. Peace is being planted. Tomorrow will grow from tonight's soil. My teacher often reminded us, rest well, plant well. And so now, dear one, rest well. There is no need to prepare for tomorrow. No need to figure it out tonight. The deepest preparation is this surrender. When the soil is soft, the roots grow strong. And you, dear one, in this moment are softening the soil of your being. With each breath, with each surrender, with each letting go. Now, feel this in the body. Perhaps the limbs grow heavier. Perhaps the breath grows finer, subtler. Perhaps the mind begins to drift, images arising and dissolving. These are the signs that you are sinking not down, but inward toward the fertile core of being. And there, beneath thought, beneath doing, beneath all effort, the seeds rest. And tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. They will sprout in their time. You do not need to watch them. You do not need to tend them with effort. Life itself will nourish them. Now, if you wish, you may whisper once more. Tonight, I plant the seeds of peace. Oh, and know, this is enough. You are enough. This moment is enough. No striving, no reaching, just being, just trusting, just resting. And soon, very soon, sleep will arise. Not because you chased it, but because you released the chase. Sleep comes when we return to being. The teaching says, and tonight, dear one, you have returned, breath by breath, word by word, moment by moment. Now, rest even deeper. Inhale. The gift of this moment. Exhale. The planting of peace. You are safe. You are whole. You are beloved. The ocean holds you. The earth nourishes you. Life breathes you. And in this great embrace, there is nothing more you must do. Rest now. Dear one, let the seeds rest. Let the breath rest. Let the body rest. Let the mind rest. All is well. All is well. My dear friend, you are resting now. Body softened. Breath slowed. Mind gently floating. The seeds of peace have been planted. The ocean of being holds you. And now, as you drift still deeper toward the threshold of sleep, there is one last place I wish to lead you. The heart of sleep. For sleep, dear one, is not merely the absence of waking. It is not a nothing. It is a vast, living space rich with mystery, rich with healing. Sleep is the heart of life renewing itself. The old monks would say, and tonight, you are invited not merely to fall into sleep, but to enter it as you would a sacred temple, with trust, with reverence, with a soft, open heart. Now, breathe again in, preparing the heart, out, opening the heart. The mind may ask, how do I do this? And the answer is simple. You do not do. You allow, for just as breath breathes itself, just as the tide turns without your command, just as the sun rises beyond your effort, so too does sleep arise naturally. When we surrender the need to make it happen, the deepest sleep comes when the heart is at peace. My teacher would remind us, and so tonight, dear one, we tend the heart not by effort, but by gentle turning toward it. Now, place a hand, if you wish, softly upon the chest. Feel the steady rhythm there, the faithful beat that has been with you through every moment of your life. It has never asked for your approval. It has never demanded perfection. It simply beats in trust, in life, in love. And tonight, it will carry you into sleep, just as it has carried you through waking. Now, speak softly within. Heart, I trust you. I rest with you. It's 6, and feel how even these words bring a deepening, for the heart is not only a physical organ, it is the seat of presence, of knowing, of being. The heart knows the way when the mind forgets. The elders taught, and indeed perhaps even now, your mind is growing soft. Its edge is blurred. Thoughts may arise, but like clouds across a twilight sky, they pass. The heart remains. The breath remains. The body rests. Now, breathe again in. Trust. Out. Surrender. And notice, the body grows heavier. The breath grows finer. Awareness begins to shimmer between here and the threshold of dreams. You do not need to cross the threshold. The teaching says, the threshold will carry you when the heart is ready. And your heart, dear one, is ready. It has been softened by gratitude, freed by release, opened by trust, cradled by vastness, nourished by the dark, planted with peace. And now, it rests steady, gentle, prepared. Perhaps you feel now a warmth in the chest, a spaciousness behind the heart, a subtle lightness, as if floating. These are the signs. When the heart rests, the whole being rests. Now, if you wish, whisper once more, I rest with my heart. I rest with life. And with these words, you need to know more. And 5 came. You have prepared the ground. You have tended the breath. You have opened the heart. And now sleep may arise. Not as an action, but as a gift. Sleep is the gift given when we trust enough to receive it. And you, dear one, are ready to receive. Now, rest even deeper. Inhale. Receiving. Exhale. Letting go. And as you drift, know this, even in sleep, the heart continues steady, loving, faithful. Even in dreams, the breath carries you. Even in the depths of rest, the vast ocean holds you. You are never alone. You are never apart. You are always held by life, by breath, by being. And when morning comes, as it always does, you will rise from this rest carrying the gifts of this night, a softened heart, a spacious mind, a nourished body, a deepened trust. Each night renews the life of the day. The monks would say, each sleep plants the seeds of waking. And so now, dear one, plant the deepest seed. Trust in sleep itself. Sleep is not the end of the journey. The teaching goes, it is the secret heart of life itself. And tonight, you are entering this heart, not alone, not striving, not trying, in, simply allowing, breath by breath, beat by beat, moment by moment. Now, let the body rest fully. The breath may become so soft you scarcely notice it. The body so heavy or so light it seems to float. The mind so spacious, so quiet. And if thoughts still arise, let them pass. The heart knows the way. Trust it. Now, dear one, rest even deeper. Inhale. Trust. Exhale. Rest. You have done enough. You are enough. You are ready. Sleep is near like a gentle tide rising beneath you, and soon, without effort, you will be carried into the vast, healing sea of rest. Rest now. Dear one, your heart knows the way. Your breath knows the way. Life knows the way. All is well. All is well. My dear friend, you are resting now, so softly, so deeply. Your breath is slow, your body at ease, your heart open. The threshold of sleep is near, perhaps already arrived. And now, in these final moments before you dissolve fully into rest, let us remember one last truth. The path is a circle, not a line. Striving endlessly forward, not a ladder, climbing towards some distant perfection, but a circle flowing endlessly, lovingly, through all things. Night returns to day. As day returns to night, the old monks would say, breath, returns to breath. Heart returns to heart. Being returns to being. And so it is with you. Dear one, this journey you have walked tonight through gratitude, release, stillness, trust, peace. It is not a path that ends in sleep. It is a path that returns again and again to the heart of life itself. For even in sleep, you remain part of the circle. Sleep is not an absence. My teacher would remind us, it is the deep turning of the wheel where life nourishes itself in the unseen. And tonight, you are entering this turning. Breath in. The turning begins. Breath out. The turning continues. There is no goal now, no destination, only this circle, this eternal return. Now, imagine this. You are no longer the one lying here. No, you are no longer even the one who breathes. End quote. You are breath itself. You are life itself. You are the circle endless. Vast. Complete. Feel this in the breath. Inhale. The birth of the circle. Exhale. The return of the circle. Thoughts may arise, let them pass. Sensations may arise, let them pass. You are not the passing waves. You are the ocean in which they move. When we rest in the circle, we are never lost. The teaching goes, and you, dear one, you are never lost. Even if sleep delays, you are within the circle. Even if dreams arise, you are within the circle. Even in waking, you will remain within the circle. There is no outside to this path. The monks would say, wherever you go, you are home. And so tonight, as you drift deeper, remember, sleep is not something you reach. It is the next turning of the wheel, and you need not arrive. You need only rest in the turning. Breath in. I am the circle. Breath out. I rest in the circle. Now, feel how the body surrenders even more. The muscles release. The breath grows finer. The awareness softens. And soon, very soon, the conscious mind will dissolve not into absence, but into this great return. In sleep, we return to Source. The elders taught, we are renewed, not by effort, but by surrender to the turning. And so tonight, you surrender not by force, not by will, but by trust. The circle carries you. You do not need to know how. You do not need to make it happen. It is happening even now, breath by breath, moment by moment. Now, if you wish, you may softly whisper, I trust the circle. I rest in the circle of life. And feel how even these words fade into spaciousness. Soon, no words will be needed. Soon, even this listening will dissolve, and you will be held utterly in the deep embrace of being. The wheel turns, and we are turned. The monks would say, the breath breathes us, life lives us, sleep carries us. And so now, dear one, rest. The circle is here. The turning is gentle. The breath is faithful. All is well. Now, breathe once more in. Being. Out. Returning. You are whole. You are safe. You are loved. The stars wheel above. The breath moves within. The circle turns beneath. And soon, you will dissolve fully into this sacred turning into the heart of sleep. Rest now. Dear one, trust the circle. Trust the breath. Trust the path. that never ends because it never began. All is well. All is well. My dear friend, you are resting now, so soft, so deep. The breath, a gentle whisper. The body light, or heavy, or perhaps no longer clearly felt. The mind quiet or drifting. The heart open or simply resting. And here, in this vast softness, there is one more truth I wish to offer, not as something to grasp, but as something to dissolve into. You are always held, not sometimes, not when you are good enough. Not when you get it right. Always, the infinite embraces you in waking and in sleep, in breath and in stillness, in life and beyond life. My teacher would say, and tonight, dear one, you are being embraced. Now, imagine this. Around you, through you, beyond you, is an infinite presence. You may see it as light. You may feel it as warmth. You may sense it as vast space. Or you may know it simply as love. No matter how you sense it, it is here. Closer than your breath. Deeper than your bones. Older than your name. It has held you since before your first breath. It will hold you beyond your last. And tonight it holds you. As you prepare to dissolve into sleep, you do not need to reach for it. You are already within it. The fish does not seek the ocean. The teaching says, it swims in what has always held it. And so too with you. Now, breathe again in. Being held, out, dissolving into the embrace. Let even these words fade. If they wish, let even the sense of I soften. There is no need now to remain present. And there is no need now to follow the breath. Life is breathing you. The embrace is holding you. The deepest rest is trust in the embrace. My teacher would say, and you, dear one, you are ready to rest this deeply. Now, imagine the infinite embrace, not as something outside you, but as your very nature. You are not inside it. You are it. The breath moves in the embrace. The heart beats in the embrace. The body floats in the embrace. There is no part of you, no thought, no feeling, no dream that is outside this holding. Even the restless mind is held. The old monks would say, even fear is held. Even doubt is held. Even the longing for rest is held already. Lovingly. Completely. And so tonight, dear one, let all be held. There is nothing to reject, nothing to fix, nothing to push away. When we stop guarding, we are truly embraced. And tonight, you are safe to stop guarding. Now, if you wish, you may softly whisper, I am held, I am held, I am held, a parting, and feel how the words dissolve into breath, into heart, into vastness. Perhaps the body now feels as if floating weightless, perhaps as if sinking deeply supported, perhaps as if simply not there, only awareness remains. All is natural. All is welcome. There is no right way to rest. The river rests as river, the tree as tree, the star as star, and you rest as you. Now, let even the breath be effortless. You do not need to breathe deeply. You do not need to follow the breath. Let the breath breathe itself. Let the embrace hold all. And soon, perhaps even now, sleep will arise. Not as something you do, but as something that happens through trust, through surrender, through being. Sleep is the deep embrace in which we remember our wholeness. The elders taught, and tonight you are remembering, even if no thought remains, even if dreams begin to stir, the embrace remains. And when you wake, whenever that may be, you will still be held. There is no leaving the infinite. The teaching says, we wake in it, we sleep in it, we live in it, we are it. Now, dear one, let go even more. If thought arises, let it float. If sensation arises, let it be. If no awareness arises perfect, you are ready. The embrace is here. The embrace is you. Breath in. Dissolving. Breath out. Being held. No effort. No striving. Only trust. Now, if you wish, or if even the wish has faded, you may whisper one last time, I am held. He dissolve into peace. And with this, you may drift fully now, into sleep, into rest, into the infinite embrace. All is well, all is well, all is well. My dear friend, you are resting now, breath subtle, body surrendered, heart open to the embrace of life. And though you may not notice, though the mind may have already drifted or dissolved, the great path you have walked tonight is still unfolding. And this path is a circle. There is no end to the path. My teacher would say, only turning, only returning, only deepening. For even as you drift towards sleep or into it, you remain within this gentle circle. Each breath is part of it. Each moment of letting go is part of it. Each beat of the heart is part of it. The path walks us. As we walk the path, the old monks reminded us, and tonight, as your body surrenders, as the mind loosens, as awareness softens the path, is walking you still. You do not need to remember anything. You do not need to practice anything now. The seeds have been planted. The breath has been trusted. The heart has opened. The being has dissolved. And in this, the circle turns. Inhale. The circle breathes in. Exhale. The circle breathes out, just as day becomes night, and night becomes day. So too does rest. Nourish waking, and waking nourish rest. And you, dear one, are now entering the deepest nourishing, the root of renewal, the heart of life's circle. Now, imagine this, a great wheel turning vast, gentle, eternal. You are not outside this wheel. You are not apart from it. You are at its very heart, moving with it, being moved by it. We do not make the sun rise. The teaching says, we do not make the breath move. We do not make life live us. We rest in what has always carried us. And so tonight, dear one, as you surrender fully, know this, the circle carries you. It will carry you through sleep. It will carry you through dreams. It will carry you into waking when the time is right. You need not manage it. You need not help it. The river flows whether the boatman sleeps or steers. The monks would remind us, and tonight you may let go of the oars. Let the river of life, the circle of breath, of being carry you. Now, feel this in the breath. Inhale. Being carried. Exhale. Trusting the circle. Even the breath may now feel like it fades, so subtle, so gentle. Perhaps awareness itself begins to dissolve not into emptiness, but into the fullness of being. We do not go to sleep. The old teaching says, we are carried into it by life itself. And tonight, You are ready to be carried. You have walked the path. You have entered the circle. You are resting in its turning. Now, if thought arises, let it drift. If sensation stirs, let it pass. If awareness fades, let it be. All is within the circle. Nothing is outside the turning. The monks would say, even forgetting is part of remembering. Even sleeping is part of awakening. And so, dear one, rest. You do not end this journey. You do not complete this practice. You are simply turned breath by breath, moment by moment, deeper and deeper into the heart of life. Now, if you wish, or if even the wish has faded, you may softly whisper, I rest in the turning. I am held in the circle. End quote. And with this, you need do no more. The path will carry you now. The elders would say, sleep will arise as it will. Dreams will come and go. The breath will continue. The heart will beat. The being will rest. You are not apart from life. You are life. And life carries itself effortlessly. Now, dear one, rest even deeper. Inhale. Being carried. Exhale. Being held. You are safe. You are whole. You are enough. The stars turn above. The breath moves within. The circle turns beneath. And soon, very soon, even these words may fade into the deep, wordless sea of sleep. And when you wake, whenever life turns you again to waking, the circle will continue. The seeds will bloom. The breath will move. The heart will beat. The being will walk. And the path will turn again. There is no end to the circle. The monks say, and so we rest now, and always within it. Rest now. Dear one, the circle carries you. The circle holds you. The circle is you. All is well. All is well. My dear friend, you are resting now so deeply, so softly floating in the vast embrace of the night. Your breath moves, perhaps so gently now, you scarcely notice it. Your body rests perhaps so light or so heavy that it seems to dissolve into the bed. Your awareness softens, floating between here and the great ocean of sleep. And in this tender threshold, there is one last remembrance I wish to offer. You are returning to Source, not as a journey outward, not as a reaching beyond, but as a coming home to what has always been beneath and within you. The source is not elsewhere. My teacher would remind us, it is the ground of your being before breath, beneath thought, beyond form. And tonight, as sleep draws near, or perhaps has already begun to dissolve you, you are resting into this source. Now, breathe again in, opening to source, out, sinking into source. There is no need now to understand this, no need to achieve anything. For this source is not an idea. It is the living reality from which breath arises, to which breath returns. Just as rivers return to the sea, the monks would say, so too do we return each night to the great sea of being. And tonight, dear one, you are being carried there. You do not go to it. You do not seek it. You simply let go. And the letting go is the returning. Now, feel this in the breath. Inhale, being breathed by Source. Exhale, resting in Source. Even the breath now may feel like it fades or becomes so subtle that there is no longer an I breathing. This is natural. The one who lets go returns to what was never left. The teaching goes, and you, dear one, you are ready to let go, not by effort, not by will, but by simple trust. The source calls you softly. tenderly, not as a voice, but as a deep inner knowing. Come home, rest here, be. And so now let even the idea of practice fade. Let even the wish to rest dissolve. Let even these words grow distant, as if heard from across a vast, gentle sea. For the source will carry you now. You need not guide it. You need not remain mindful. Oh, you need not stay present. Oh, the source is already here. You are already within it. The wave does not find the sea. The monks would say, it simply remembers it was never apart. And so too with you. Now, perhaps the edges of awareness have softened completely. Perhaps dreams begin to stir. Or perhaps even dreams have not yet come. All is well. Even in the deepest forgetting, we are remembered by Source. The old ones taught, and so tonight you are remembered. You are held. You are loved. You are whole. Breath in. Returning. Breath out. Being. Now, if even words are too distant, let them fade. If thought is gone perfect, if sensation is gone perfect, if awareness itself dissolves perfect, sleep is the great homecoming. My teacher said, each night, life renews us, not through doing, but through returning. And you, dear one, are returning. No striving, no achieving, no effort, only trust, only surrender, only rest. There is no more to do. The monks would whisper at the end of evening practice, now, let life do. And so now let life do. The breath breathes, the source holds, the body rests, the being dissolves, and soon, perhaps even now, sleep will carry you completely. No need to fall into sleep. You are already floating, already being carried, already held. Even the wish for sleep fades. When the heart remembers, it is already home. The teaching goes, and tonight you are home. Now, dear one, rest even more deeply. Breath in. Homecoming. Breath out. Being home. You are safe. You are enough. You are beloved. The stars turn above. The heart rests within. The source holds all. And when morning comes, as it always does, you will rise renewed, nourished, softened by this night's deep return. Each dawn is born from the womb of night. The monks remind us, and each day begins anew, because we have dared to return. And you, dear one, you have dared to return. You have walked this path of breath, of trust, of surrender, of rest, and now you return to Source. Rest now, dissolve, be. All is well, all is well, all is well, my dear friend. You have walked so gently with me through this night's journey, from the soft threshold of gratitude, through the art of release, into the stillness of your being, through trust, through the embrace of the dark, through the infinite breath of life. You have allowed yourself to soften, to rest, to remember. And now here we are, in the quietest place of all. The breath is soft, the body is safe, the heart is open, the mind is resting. Perhaps you are already drifting, or perhaps you hover here, in the sweet space between wakefulness and sleep. Wherever you are, it is perfect. There is no need to do more, no need to listen further, no need to finish anything. The deepest practice is the one we do not even notice we are doing. My teacher would remind us. And so, dear one, you are already resting. You are already returning. Even now, The breath carries you deeper, softer, even now. The great embrace of life holds you closer, gentler, and whether you sleep now or soon, or later, it will be as it needs to be. You have prepared the ground. You have trusted the path. You have remembered the truth. You are enough. You are safe. You are home. Now, dear one, I will speak less and less, that you may drift fully. Perhaps you will remember this breath soft, free. Perhaps you will remember this heart open, held. Perhaps you will remember this source always here. Or perhaps you will remember nothing, and that too is perfect. We remember with the body, with the breath, with the being, not only with the mind, the old monks would say. And so tonight, let the body remember rest. Let the breath remember trust. Let the heart remember peace. And you remember, you are held, even now, even as you drift, even as you dissolve. I am here with you in this breath, in this vast night, in this gentle path that circles through all things. Rest now, dear one, rest. The stars turn, the earth breathes, the source holds, and all is well. All is well. All is well.